On today's episode of the Toy Chasers.
So wait, you actually paid him 15?
Yes.
Why would you do that? I wouldn't do that.
Because you paid 15.
Ooh, that G.I. Joe Defiant. That looks pretty cool.
This is kind of neat, as you can see. If I'm being honest, that's way too high. I know we're not going to be close.
Just make the man an offer.
Today's one of those days where I'm just like, I don't, whatever.
What a scumbag, dude.
So we are here at a toy show. What's the damn name of this toy show?
We are at a toy convention here in New Braunfels called Retro Mania. Our buddy Scott runs this event.
I'm filming you walking around getting toys.
Because of last year, all the BS that we had to go through, man, it's been a while since I've been able to go to a convention, and I'm just stoked. I cannot wait to dive in and just get some good old-fashioned toys.
They've paved the roads, so now we can come here and we're gonna go see what toys there are.
Dude, you guys make me sick.
I don't necessarily have, an item in mind. And my goal is to find something. I like toys. We're at a toy show. So whatever tickles my fancy here, be it G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man, Thundercats, Muscle, be it a Battle Beast, Ants, Grunts. Did I say G.I. Joe? Saying it twice. G.I. Joe.
I come across a booth that has an on-card Alien from the Kenner Alien series. This was a really cool series back in the 90s.
When I was a kid, I always wanted to collect the Alien line, but I never had one single toy from it. Not one.
They're unstoppable, but we're gonna stop them anyway. Send in the Marines. We're the Space Marines. Drake, Ripley, 8-Bone, Bishop, and I'm Hicks, armed with the latest high-tech heavy metal.
Look out, Hicks! The Queen's gonna crown ya! My buck walker's on a roll!
But I always thought that they were so super cool, man. The fact that they had all these different type of aliens, like Bull Alien and Scorpion Alien and Mantis Alien.
So unfortunately for me, when this series came out, I was at that time where I was getting out of childhood and getting into my teens, and it wasn't cool to play with toys anymore. But secretly deep down inside, I'm like, God, that's awesome.
No, I don't want this.
You got the G.I. Joe ones?
I don't have these. I picked up a few recently. I got Shipwreck. I think Leatherneck and Dr. Mindbender are out right now. I don't have that many. I've only got about 250 or so. I kind of half-ass counted them the other day. What are you asking on your muscles?
I have no idea. I know he said 300 for the whole lot.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I ran across some muscle figures here. I have a lot of muscle figures. The problem is, I don't know which ones I have.
Muscle Invasion Update. Scientists discover muscle things have come to wrestle. America's only hope, the Battle and Belt and the wrestling ring.
He moves left. He took one. Into the Battle and Belt it goes. He got another. This wrestling ring may save the world.
I do like muscle, and I'm trying to come across at least one of everything, if that makes sense. Would I like a complete muscle collection? Yes, I would.
I even remember like trading at school and stuff for, with the other kids for ones that we didn't have.
Everything old right now, especially toys and video games, but toys right now is what we're talking about. The price on everything is up. It just is.
That is gonna sell for $150 a piece.
Okay.
These are different colors. This one's all one.
Sure.
You had the little panel things or whatever. You have the Japanese ones that he was selling for $75 a piece.
I'm very nostalgic for muscles, and it was one of those things where I'm nostalgic for, but I didn't really have that many of them. I only had a handful. None of the play sets or anything like that.
And you have these little ones that were from the original box and everything.
Give me the trash can packs.
These things? I don't know. He's got a whole bunch of these.
No, they used to do, it was like a little clear trash can. Looked like a trash can. There was 10 in there.
Oh, they have the wrestling ring. Yeah, and the wrestling ring. I know he dropped the price down because somebody grabbed it earlier and it broke off.
Oh, no.
We didn't have the ring for the longest time. I actually ended up making my own. Had like a 12 by 12 piece of wood. hammered some nails in the corners, and then took rubber bands and stretched them across. And we, sit there and just kind of, go off the ropes and, and wrestle with the homemade little ring that I made.
That's like playing with rocks and sticks, isn't it? And calling it swords and grenades.
They were a really cool toy to collect for, even though they didn't really do anything, considering the fact that there is zero articulation in them. They're just little things that stand. But the appeal of them was the fact that they were just very unique characters. Each one was very different in their appearance. And so you always were curious to see, hey, which one am I going to get next if I got that trash can or that pack? That was really the appeal of them.
Battle Beasts. How much for the Battle Beasts?
Depending on which one you're talking about. They're all, in that bag, they're all 20 bucks a piece.
So the same vendor actually has some Battle Beasts as well.
The ones that are over here are more complete and they're more rare or something. So he's selling like one of them for 200 and the other one for 150.
Battle Beast is something that I'm into. I didn't have many as a kid, if any at all as a kid, maybe one or two. And actually as an adult, I'm looking at them now and I'm like, man, these were really neat. These were actually really, really cool detailed figures.
They were small little guys that could fight like muscle, but they had the rub sign like Transformers.
I personally didn't have any experience with them at all. Remember the commercials though.
Battle Beast wood, fire, fire burns wood. Battle Beast fire, water puts out fire. Battle Beast water, wood beats water. Battle Beast, battle for the fun of it. Just activate their battle bed.
$20 for Battle Beast without the hologram sticker on it is a little crazy. Gotta be honest. Battle Beasts aren't cheap, but they shouldn't be that much, especially that incomplete. And it's not even with accessories or weapons or anything, but what are you gonna do? It's a toy show, right?
I've been really surprised at how ridiculous prices for vintage, especially 80s, but getting into the 90s also, action figures and toy lines and stuff. How bad the prices have been getting lately.
Is everyone okay? Thanks a million for all of your help. I really am grateful.
I always run into this thing in pieces, man. Never the whole thing.
These two tools should be jumping on some of this stuff.
Okay, so now I'm running across a toy line I definitely had when I was a child. Had quite a bit of them, not as much as some other toy lines, but the Karate Kid toy line. He has Daniel LaRusso. I don't have a Daniel LaRusso right now.
Remember what Miyagi said.
Karate come from heart.
I will show no mercy.
Discover the secrets of karate with Karate Kid Tri-Action figures.
Concentrate, Daniel-san.
They chop.
My brothers had quite a bit of them actually, and it was a fun line. We'd have a good time with it, especially, in my opinion, the play set. It was pretty impressive actually. Stupid Dodongo and Timothy. Every time Karate Kid or Commando or some type of movie where there was fighting involved would come on, we'd all watch it, of course. And afterwards, everybody would be all hyped up. I mean, to the point to where they were like hardcore fighting and stuff.
All four of us, me, Dodongo, Tim, and Melvor. He wasn't excluded from that. He was part of that too.
Those were some good times, man.
Those were the best of times.
Do 45 on it.
45? Yeah. Okay. At $45, I don't need Daniel that bad. Look, if I'm being honest, that's way too high. We aren't gonna be close, I'm telling you. I know we're not gonna be close.
Just make the man an offer.
Always negotiate. You guys go to a convention, sometimes people put a ridiculous price on things because if someone pays it, awesome, they win.
You don't have it?
I don't have this one. I have Miyagi and I have Kreese. I got the ring play set, which comes with the referee. I've got a couple of other things that are boxed. Anyways, I don't have Daniel. I need Daniel.
I know toys have gone up. A lot. Most of the toys have gone up. But I don't know what this thing's worth.
Let me think about that a minute. Let me think about that. This dude hit us at 45. That's a big yikes for me. I'm out.
Today's one of those days where I'm just like, I don't, whatever.
Did you get insulted by offers?
No.
$10. I'll take 15 for it. 15?
I mean...
You mean what? I hope you mean you're gonna get it for 15 after coming down from 45?
I still need to think about this 15 bucks though, because I'm cheap. I'm sorry, I just am. It is what it is. Let's just call it what it is. I'm a cheap sack lunch.
Jump on it! What are we waiting on?
Let me think about that in a minute. Let me think about that in a minute.
What a scumbag, dude.
We went from 45 to 15, which is a huge discount, obviously. Those toys have a lever on the back, so you can raise the hand or raise the leg or whatever, and it'll kick up or chop down or whatever. They both do work. I want to be around 10, but Cobra Kai being so popular.
At a certain point, you should be recognizing what a good deal is, and you should just jump on it. Jay is so cheap that I think it kind of blinds him in a lot of ways, and he misses out on a lot of good stuff.
I don't think you're going to find it any less.
I'm probably not.
The only way you would find it, like if you walked into a thrift store and then you know what they have.
He almost missed out on the blue snaggletooth because he was that cheap. Holy moly, do you know how much those stupid things go for now? $50. Oh, I don't know, $50. I don't. That's kind of pricey for me.
I'm not from 12. I really want that Daniel.
What a scumbag, dude.
I know you've come down a lot, $12. Let me go grab some ones. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
I'm just gonna go ahead and get it for 15. It'll be a funny prank. Jay will be mad. I can, caught slipping, that whole bit. And it'll be great. It'll be a great prank. I'm gonna do it.
I'll give you 15. I am now the proud owner of a Daniel.
The more I think about it, the more I'm like, man, I just spent $15 on a toy I don't really want.
I never had any of these growing up at all. I think they all did, because they were obsessed with the Karate Kid growing up. Me, I liked the movie, but I really wasn't obsessed with it like they were.
I don't really want this thing, so I'm just gonna give it to him.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
You gonna pay him?
No, I already paid him.
Okay.
Well, it's okay. I was gonna do this bit where I bought it for 15 to undercut you, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, well, that's not really funny. So it started off as like a funny bit, but now I'm just out $3 and it's not funny at all.
So wait, you actually paid him 15?
Yes.
And now I'm out $3 because he offered me 12.
Billy had some kind of bit in his head he was working where he was gonna troll me by buying it and give it to me, which means he just bought it for me.
I'm gonna get this thing to make Jay look bad. You know what? I don't want it. Here you go.
Because he paid 15 and he's like, I paid 10. And you're like, okay.
Billy's kind of dense. He has the opportunity to make Jay look like a chump, and instead of doing that, he buys it for him. Why would you do that? I wouldn't do that.
So I finally come around to Scott Kinney's booth. And Scott obviously is the guy who put this thing on, and we've been to his house before. Great guy, good friend of ours now. And I know he's gonna have some stuff here that I want. One thing that's absolutely catching my eye right now, and something that if I see it out and about for a decent price, I'm always gonna pick it up.
I don't know, it was like 8 or 9, I guess.
I bet you remember this.
I may remember this.
And that's an old wish book catalog.
It's all just kind of vague memories, just vague pictures and stuff. But we had Sears, JCPenney, service merchandise, all those different ones.
These things are so cool because they, for me personally, more than just about anything else, are like instant time travel back to the great days of my youth.
They are time capsules. And you know, whenever you are flipping through one of these books, at least for me, I'm immediately taken back. Seriously, it's just the coolest thing.
Looking through these catalogs, these old catalogs, it really does take me back to that time more than a lot of times the action figures themselves or the video games.
I think I might have to get this.
They really do have a unique kind of allure, a kind of magic to them, if you will, that you don't really see as powerful in anything else other than honestly like an old song or a smell. I mean, it's that powerful. Like it really does take me right back to the 80s, to being a kid, to getting excited that Christmas is coming around or birthday.
Oh, look at that. And look at this. You know what's so, look at this. Some kid circled this. Look at that. They did exactly what we used to do, right? They circled it.
I always went through it and circled everything I wanted for Christmas. And I never got anything that I circled because my mom went out. My mom went out like one day and did her Christmas shopping in one day, whatever she could find in Target or service merchandise or whatever. That's how all the shopping was done.
In a lot of ways, they were kind of like our internet in a weird way, because it exposed us to toys that we might not have otherwise been aware of, that you didn't see commercials for.
The catalogs help you to remember forgotten toys. You know, so you'll flip through here and you'll remember all the big toys. You know, the Joes, the Star Wars. You know, what did I get for Christmas that year? You know, from Star Wars, I can remember that. But then you get into some of these forgotten things like RC cars or whatever, and you know, I got stuff like that too. You forget about some of those things sometimes, and then you see them in a catalog, and you're like, oh yeah, I had that car case.
That Sky Striker looks pretty cool. Gotta circle that. Ooh, that G.I. Joe Defiant. That looks pretty cool. Gotta circle that as well.
My grandparents and my parents basically pulled together and gave to me like one big present.
He's excited. He got what he wanted.
I have no idea what happened to ours. I'm sure my mom either gave them away or they ended up somewhere, but who knows? This might be the very one that I circled. This might be my circle. Who knows, right? I mean, we're not too far from my home, so it could be. I think I might get it though.
I'm so grateful I have a small family.
Yeah, I just love like old crudely printed stuff like this, and then when you scan it like real close up, you get all that grain and detail. And it's just so awesome.
Not a couple of things I didn't really expect to get at a toy show, but hey, here we are. Here we are. It is what it is. I like it. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
The magic and the what did I just say?
So one more stop before I've done my rounds in the dealer room floor is OK Chief, and he's another good friend of ours, and that's the good thing about, you know, shopping at friends' booth. You're gonna get some pretty good prices compared to people that's like, who's this asshole? So I am always collecting Gremlins stuff, and whenever I see anything Gremlins branded, it's gonna pique my interest.
You draw on them, and then you lift this up, they erase, so you can draw on them some more. Normally, most Gremlin stuff I'd actually just put up on a shelf, but I literally think I'm gonna give this to my kid. He loves Gremlins already, and he likes drawing stuff. So I'm just gonna give this to my kid. Let him play with it. So.
Why would you do that? I wouldn't do that.
It's no longer the thing. He used it. I don't regret it. Toys are meant to be played with, and he had fun with it.
Why would you do that?
There you go, my friend. That was a $10 deal.
Half off?
Half off.
It's half off now.
Hey, I gave half off to a kid, and I made his day.
Dude, you guys make me sick. I I wish I was there. I wish I was there.
In this case, gringos get good deals. What's all this stuff?
All this stuff is the stuff Chief actually put aside for me.
Jay is a huge child, and you must keep that inner child happy. And for Jay, that's New Kids on the Block. I'm not one to judge. Yes, I am. He's dumb. He's stupid. I don't know why, but I pick it up for him. I love him that much.
God damn.
So we decided to go down to San Antonio because that's pretty close to where this convention was in New Braunfels, and we wanted to do some game chasing. And just like old times, we wanted to pick up Eric and make the rounds in the open-ass flea market and bussies and, you know, all the good stuff. Just like, you know, season 1 Game Chasers. That's what we were going for. Let's just do it.
That's a creepy-ass looking baby doll.
We spent all day going from flea market to flea market to just find nothing. No, excuse me. No, we found stuff for like retail and above.
San Antonio, no matter where you go, every vendor, it's reseller, 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 even if it's not even in good condition. So when people often ask me, when's the last time I go game hunting? It's never, because what you're seeing is what we actually have to deal with.
At this flea market, there was a knife and sword shop. Got the Sword of Omens is the Thundercat sword. It's a replica, which I'm not real big into swords, but it looks really cool. So that might be a thing for me now. Thundercats was a cartoon and toy line that I liked as a kid. And I'm like, you know what? This thing looks really, really cool. Thundercats was awesome. I loved Thundercats growing up. I'm not gonna do the thing. Thundercats. Oh.
Introducing the evil mutant warriors, Ratero, Vulture-Man, Groom the Destroyer, battle against Lion.
I got it for $90, which it's like $120 at a sword shop back home plus tax, so I saved quite a bit of money. So yeah, no brainer, I picked it up. It's a unique sword, as you can see.
One of those jump in the shark moments.
I could have caught you slipping on it.
But you're not interested in that, so what's the matter?
I know.
Huh?
I mean, how much were you in the top loader?
I bought it, didn't I? Oh, dang. We're turning to the scene of the crime right here, aren't we? This was a lot of fun. It wasn't that far from home, what, 4-hour drive or something. Easy peasy. No fuss, no muss. It was a nice drive. Vendors had good stuff there. The vendors had some really good stuff there, actually.
I did make off with some pretty cool stuff, some unique stuff, some different stuff, some stuff that I'm not going to find at most of these conventions. So I'm very, very happy about that.
And I was just disgusted by the idiocy of you two fools. We would combine our Karate Kid figures and our the few Chuck Norris figures that we had and team them up together to fight evil.
And you know, it's one of those toys where you could go and trade with other kids. And I remember doing that with the kid next door. Damn it. It was a ghost. That was a ghost that just turned off that light.